Love to see a little rain, yes.
I got some rain
Where
for
do
you.
you have rain?
Right there.
Where's that?
Is that drizzle or rain?
That's Astoria.
Astoria.
Good question, David. Yes, it is both. Because drizzle is a form of rain, of course, but that is drizzle out of the Oregon coast, and we might even see some here in the valley. Nothing to get too excited about because this really won't have a big effect on wildfire, but the higher humidity, the cloud cover, and the cooler temperatures certainly does help. We'd like to see, as Joe said in his story, just an all-out good old-fashioned northwest fall rainstorm. And usually we would have had one or two of those by now. We did get about an inch of rain in the Cascades back in September on the couple days that we had rain, but that was it. Hey, look at this. It looks like a Halloween sprite, spirit, perhaps I don't know what, a jellyfish that's taken through
What
air.
is it?
It's a kite.
A kite. Oh, my goodness.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Saw that on our Chinook Winds Casino Skycam at Lincoln City. So that'll make a fun time lapse. So somebody flying an orange kite in the thick fog and low clouds out of the Oregon coast. Kind of fun to see that. Our high today was 77, and while cooler than yesterday by 10 degrees, still above average by 10 degrees. Our average right now, or tomorrow anyway, is down to 67 today, 68. You look around the state, still 80s in eastern Oregon here, 86 in Medford, 60s on the Oregon coast. Along the Oregon coast, the marine layer is getting broken up a bit. It's just getting disturbed by this weather system that's bringing these high clouds. This is cloud cover, by the way. That's not all smoke. Trying to find that Nakia Creek fire on Larch Mountain on the satellite imagery. It's just not big enough to really show up. By the way, don't be confused because there are two Larch Mountains. There's Larch Mountain in Oregon near the gorge in Mount Hood. That's not the one that has the fire. Then there's Larch Mountain in Washington east of Washougal. That's the one that has the Nakia Creek fire. So again, that's what it looked like on the satellite imagery this morning. Nothing all that distinct, but this is good. As we look on out from our Wells Fargo Skycam, it's not as hazy as it's been because of the shift in the winds. And in fact, if you look closely, you can see right about in here, I believe that is smoke from the Nakia Creek fire coming off the mountains there in southwest Washington. So it is still burning. 73 degrees. The wind is calm at the airport right now, but we have cooled it off. Now we've got an air quality warning that continues until Wednesday at 5 o'clock for Washington County, Multnomah County, parts of Clackamas County. Interestingly enough, not Clark County, although when we pick up an east wind, you will certainly get the smoke in Clark County from that as well. And then more air quality warnings farther south, courtesy of the Cedar Creek fire, which, as we just saw again in Joe Rainieri's story, has yet to really settle down. But look, the smoke gets blown eastward for about a day, and then late tomorrow and into Wednesday, that's a pretty thick plume of smoke. Now, this is the model forecast of elevated smoke, but you can see where it's emanating from. That's the fire, the Nakia Creek fire. This, of course, would be the Cedar Creek fire. So at least it's somewhat contained, and we're not getting a big flow of smoke from distant fires like up in Washington and B.C., at least not right now, because this system moved on through, changed the wind, and the smoke is getting pushed farther away. But it doesn't, that system, bring us any rain other than the aforementioned and visualized drizzle at the Oregon coast. We could get a little drizzle in the morning here tomorrow, but by Wednesday, we're back to a little bit of an offshore flow, so that means it's likely going to get smoky yet again. 64 at noon tomorrow, have fog and drizzle in the morning, then it will begin to clear on out, and we'll end up with sunshine and in the 70s. And you can see it's not as hazy. You notice that? I do. 73 degrees right now as we go through the evening hours. Tomorrow, clouds and then sun and about 73. Then we're back in the 80s on Wednesday and Thursday, and we're back after this.